side. We're here, I'm speaking on behalf of your party, he's speaking on behalf of the Greens. We are absolutely united in the need to defeat the far right, defeat reform, defeat the fascists, defeat the racists. That's why I supported the Greens in the Denton by-election. Make sure we win that, make sure we win that, to give a real message that our communities will not be driven into fear, will not be divided, will not be weakened by the far right. What is their message? What is their message? They go into communities. They know full well there are problems of housing, there are problems of health, there are problems in schools, there are problems of youth unemployment, there are problems of mental health. There are many, many problems in every working class community all over the country. Those problems affect all communities, affect all young people, affect us all. And what's their solution? To blame the very people who are working in our NHS, working in our trains, working in our schools, the migrant workers that have come to this country and made such a fantastic contribution. My life, your life, all of our health is dependent on the skills and the dedication of those that were born all over the world and have made their homes in London, in Manchester, in Glasgow. They are part of our community. The only answer to these people is the unity of all of our communities against them. The political answer is to challenge. The political answer is to challenge the politics of austerity, the politics of economic inequality, and the politics of a government that is refusing to raise taxation on the very wealthiest and instead driving 500,000 very low-paid workers into taxation instead. The answer is economic wealth redistribution. That's why I'm delighted to be here on behalf of your party. We're going through our CEC elections. That'll be over in 2 days' time. We'll be up and running, and we'll be part and parcel of all the campaigns and all the solidarity and all the movements, working with everybody else to defeat this threat from the far right. If Keir Starmer, Kemi Badenoch and the Liberal Democrats think the way forward is to continually create problems over rights to remain, over indefinite leave to remain, over asylum seeking and so on else, always conceding ground and pivoting in to reform and the far right, they will only be sucked further and further into the abyss of allowing racism to rise and grow within our society. We have to make a stand. Is one saying we will have no truck with racism in any form, and instead our alternative is to mobilise all of us on a progressive agenda in every community around the country to give people hope rather than living in the fear created by the mass media and by the far right in creating this horrible atmosphere. That horrible atmosphere we might dislike because we hear it on the radio, watch it on GB News and so on. But for other people, it is far more real and far more serious. The number of Muslim women that are abused on the street every day by Islamophobic hatred, the rise of other forms of racism, anti-Semitism, anti-black racism, and all the rest of it, that then becomes physical attacks on people. It's our communities and our unity that can defeat this threat. If you look at the history of Europe throughout the 20s and 1930s, the centre parties and some of the social democratic parties consistently conceded ground to the far right, thinking, don't worry, the Nazis will go away. Nobody believes them, they're idiots. They're not idiots, they're very nasty and they're very dangerous, but they're not idiots. Don't treat them as that. Treat them as a very dangerous threat, which is what they are. That means there has to be that stand against it. Think of our history. Those brave people that stood against the rise of the British Union of Fascists in Cable Street in 1936. Those that stood in other parts of the country against the rise of fascism made an incredible difference. We have to do the same again. There is no space for the far right to march in our community. There is no space for the far right to attack our multilingual, multicultural, multi-ethnic environment, which I am very proud to be part of. I'm very proud to see our country, our community. So the first thing we do is say to the government, withdraw your ideas of taking away the right of people on indefinite leave to remain to stay in our country and continue their work in our country. Take away their threat to so many communities all over the country. The next thing is to do something about the levels of poverty and inequality in our society. Do something serious about the 16% youth unemployment and rising very fast. Do something about the stress that young people go through, having qualified at college or uni, then unable to get work. All of these things come together. So in our unity of progressive, intelligent thought, we will achieve that change. We'll achieve that change because of our strength and because of our unity. Your party, our party, will work with others all the time, because our job is to promote a progressive agenda, to promote equality in society, to promote social justice, to promote environmental sustainability, and, in danger of going on too long, I'll just say this, to oppose wars in any form and stand up for the rights of the Palestinian people to be able to live in peace and in justice. And not develop an economy based on the ever-demanding spending on weapons of mass destruction. Can't we instead invest in schools, invest in health, invest in education, invest in overseas aid, invest in a peaceful, sustainable future? We are united here today in Manchester. We'll be united in March and the big rally in London. We'll be united every day in our communities to make sure the racists and the far right have no space, no chance, no opportunity. It's up to us. Thank you very much.
Everybody wants a picture. And I want to say how proud I am of the unity here on display on the platform here.